Give me one. Just one. One man that believes in God's work. His father's vow, his mother's blood. As Lemuel's mother taught him in prophecy, what is it, my son? What is it, the son of my womb? What is it the son of my vow? Now, when you go into the vows, you look in the Old Testament, and it's all over the world the same, every culture, that when a man takes a vow, when a man swears to the Lord, that man shall perform everything there in that vow that he took in the Lord's name. Now, if you took an oath to death, that means that you have to hold her all the way to death, no matter what the world throws at you. And they're going to throw a lot, because they're going to use the world. The serpent is behind the woman. When Jesus comes out of mama at 30, because he serves her as a slave to a master, fulfilling the Sabbath week, the year of Saturn, 29.5 years, 30 years old, he comes out on the 8th day. He serves his mother as a slave to a master. What Abraham teaches Ishmael to do. What all Israel covenant is to teach their sons to do. Because if you can't learn to love mother, then you can't learn to love your wife rightly. If you take her before 30, before you're ready, you will love her too much as a wife and not enough as a father. That's the blessing of Abraham. Actually, the blessing of Abram. In Genesis 12, he gets the blessing Abram. The Lord blesses Abram. That's every man on earth that obtains to the same faith. That faith is to make her blameless as a child, as a kid, as a sheep. And everything is on you as one man. Now, you understand this if you took the daughter, slaughtered her to make a mother. You did the greater work than Jesus Christ. This is why the revelations are running backwards, as in teaching us the covenants. You have Allah with Muhammad, the moms. No more Noah. The father's not going to let the world come to a unanimous no on the mothers again. Not Noah again. No at the daughter. No Sarah. No for the daughter. That will not happen again. It will now be Allah. Submitted. And she will be covered and glorified. That is the point of Muslim. Christian is the sons. The apostles are all killed in the city, but Jesus is before the city with the prophets and the fathers. That's the prophets tell us of the fathers that come before, because the fathers didn't have resources for a book. That's why Moses is the prophet, the patriarch prophet. Now, when Abram gets that blessing in Gen 12, Genesis 11 ends with Terach, Sarai's father, but no, it reads father-in-law. The end of Genesis 11, father-in-law. That's why the father gives the daughter, so that you as the husband will first love her as a father before you love her as a husband. So he gives her to you. And the Father's invisible, so that every man must be him in his stead. Jesus Christ is risen invisible, so that every son must be him in his stead. And he only does the Father's business. This is why we don't have a custom of forcing covering. But we do have a custom of covering our women. Wish I would have learned that sooner, but we do. And so this is our business, is to cover everything, because that's what the Father does, everything on him. You will notice that Abram teaches she is blameless. Now, see, he gives her away not once but twice. And see, there's contention where she gets him to sleep with her handmaid. She's in control of his body. The wife rules over the husband, the same the husband over the wife. And not the same, but at different locations. So anyways, when this causes an upheaval in her own house, that is, she caused birthing pains to herself, she says, let the Lord judge between me and thee. Now, we know how that judgment went, because Abram took it all, because Sarah's never blamed. She's blameless. Now, to get the blessing of Abraham is to have the blessing of your nations, because that's not just father of many, Abram, which any man can achieve by covering his, even just his mother. Paul obtained this by covering his mother and his church, and thus onto his nation to obtain to an Abraham status. But more than Abraham, because Paul never took a woman. But that's not more than Abraham, because the Father does the greater work than the Son. As he said, the Father is greater than I tell you that you may believe, said Jesus Christ. Do you believe Jesus? Then the Father must be greater. And he says another, my disciples will do greater things than these. Than these, yeah, all of his works put together. One man that takes a daughter and takes her like a man or woman, whether she births or not, he has partaken in the affliction of the daughter, which is given in Eden. Check. He just teleported. He transmutated himself. He has acknowledged that he is now the Father. Because Jesus never did that. He never added to her pain. Because that's what the Father does in heaven. Looking for the division between these two, we have found it. I'm the Lord sent servant. He has given me the message to give you. You've been looking for it. You've been wanting it. You got it. You take a daughter, you slaughter her. You penetrate her, you spear her with your penis. It's the same as putting a finger in his wrist and a hand in his side. Fist in his side. That's what you do to her with your little wee-wee. Because babies can come out, she can die. Sex is a violent thing to the daughter. I once heard growing up, there's no sex in violence. There is violence in sex, though, for her. It is very violent. It is submission. Therefore, she has already bent knee. She has already professed her submission by the Lord God putting her in submission. Now she is a slave. Weakness upon weakness. Now, she's the grace of God, your mom, because he didn't ask her. You see, whether she asked or not, it did not matter. It matters to the Father and her, but the Father is going to do it no matter what. If the man is given rule, the husband will have rule. She's subjected under men, but the husband will have rule. So she's a slave, and all men are born slaves under mother. So it's like a flip-flop, leapfrog effect of the faith of trying to get there. Mother, Jesus is from. That means for Jesus to be God of God. Now get this. This is what the church means when they say God of God. Because it's right. Mary has to be God. Now they say, oh, that can't be, that can't be. Listen to me now. God does not divide between his servants. None of them. She's a confirmed servant. Even with blood. She serves her God under blood. He put her into subjection. He said, birthing, bring her seed shall be enmity with your seed to the serpent. Then to her, she lives out this order, every daughter. In birthing pains and sorrows thou shalt bring forth. To your husband he will have rule. That's every daughter. How do you know it's every daughter? Because she's handmade, put into slavery, yoked in blood. A heifer with no yoke can't be found. It's a training exercise for Israel. Because at 14 months, every daughter is yoked in blood. Every female, every heifer, yoked in blood by the laws of nature, and nature's God entitle her. God of nature done this. Every female can birth without a male. It seems to be in every species. That's Eden's order. She is the good gift in itself. Evil men give at Matthew 7:11. You don't believe. So, Jesus tells Mary not like that when he's risen. And she was always kissing on, but they never consummated. As in, he never took her like a man or woman. Because he does not do the Father's work. That would make him the Father. That's why he kept himself from it. He tells Mary not like that. In the Greek, it means not now, but later. The Greek is known for its verb. He tells her not right now, but later. So, what you have is the Father's work. That's the greater work. And men cannot be behind Jesus slaughtering the daughter, because Jesus did not lose one in the flesh. But then it reads later from the heaven report, he did not lose one save the son of perdition. Son is a male. He came so that we may have the power to become the sons of God. The sons of God and the power is in the honest dealing of the daughters. Son is the male.